Good morning, everybody. How are we doing today? We are now continuing on our zodiac run for our love reading for our Taurus folks. So let's see what Spirit has for our Taurus love readings for the month of October. Spirit, what are the energies for Taurus in the month of October? And Spirit saying, deep in your heart, you already know the answer. Do what feels right. So you bulls, you know, you may be as stubborn as a bull, but you do know that the answer is, you know what the answer is already. It's in your heart, but you got to get it down there and dig deep into your heart to get to that place. So let's see what other energies want to present themselves within this connection. Spirit, what are the other energies we have available for the Taurus folks? You give me a few more cards, Spirit. What is the energies for our Taurus? Okay, let's get one or two more. There we go. All right. So for our Taurus folks, even when you feel lost, there's always a way through the labyrinth, right? So be careful about confusion and illusion. You may be stuck in this labyrinth, but there's always a way out. And Spirit's going to give you is going to give you the signs to get out of this labyrinth, to get to that true love. Spirit is telling you, look, we're guiding you. Go inwards and get your signs. Don't get stuck in this maze. Your connection is eternal and unbreakable. So Spirit's really supporting you in this, but you have to go within and you have to get out of this illusion. So let's see what other energies want to present themselves within this connection. And for those of you just joining, this is a monthly love reading for our Taurus folks. So anybody with any type of Taurus placement, this may be for you. So it could be sun, moon, rising, could be nodes, or you could just have a lot of Taurus placements in your chart. Take a look at your chart because these energies are available for you if you have a lot of Taurus placements. Spirit, what else do we want to give our Taurus folks? What other... The bulls of the family, what do we want to give them? Okay, so Spirit's saying, and this is really, it's really slapping it down at you, signs and clues, right? Spirit is keep on telling you, look, I'm giving you all the signs and the clues. Let go of that past because that's what's keeping you trapped in that labyrinth. Give yourself a little bit more self-love because that's also going to help you get out of that labyrinth. But there's workplace romance that's got a potential, and there's a burning desire from that person. So there's some love coming in, but you got to allow it, right? And you got to start looking at the signs. So you guys, you Taurus folks, you can't be so stubborn. You're going to have to, reach within yourself and look at those signs and look at the signs. So Summer, I will answer some questions generally on Sundays. Today, if I have time, I'll try to answer it, but you have to stay to the end of the read. I'm not sure if I have time today. So, Spirit, what else do the Taurus folks need to know? What things... And for those of you just joining, this is a monthly read for Taurus. I'm starting to branch into some zodiac signs, giving monthly reads. Please like, follow, share, and subscribe. Spirit, I'm not taking this many cards. I'm not doing the whole deck for the Taurus folk. I know they're stubborn. But please like, follow, share, subscribe. If you're looking for your own personal reading, please do reach out. And look for some of my other general readings, but just remember this is a collective reading, so it may or may not resonate with you. If it doesn't, that's okay. Leave it behind. Just take what resonates. And I can do personal readings. Just reach out for one of those. They do come at a fee. So a lot of you Taurus folks are feeling very unappreciated. Felt like your person didn't care. And that's why you got to let go of that past, because as you hold on to it, it's going to keep you stuck in this maze. You felt unsatisfied. Felt like part of you is missing. And this is a big problem when you feel like part of you is missing, because that's codependency. That's not actually love. That's codependency because you don't love yourself to know that you're worth more than that person that's holding you back. It's creating that anxiety. And you have to get into that self-love. And that's why Spirit is telling it to you right there. You want to fix their connection. So your person might want to fix the connection, but let's see whether they do or not. That's up to them. It's not up to you. And you want that balance in your life. And that's how you get to that romance and that healing. And there's also a fear of gossip. What is anybody else going to say about, who cares what anybody else says? It's their problem, not yours. They can't trigger you. Only you can trigger you. And when you get triggered, what is that trigger? That trigger is what's unhealed inside of you that you don't want to face in yourself. And so what you need to do is you need to find the confidence and the healing, dig deep into that trauma that's creating that trigger, and release it. And that's the toughest one that people want to hear. And so within that, that is some of the energies that are sitting inside of this connection. I want to run one more set of cards because it seems like you Taurus folks are really having a difficult time here. And let's see what else Spirit wants to give us, and then we'll get into the blocks, right? What blocks do our Taurus folks have? Spirit, what are the blocks from Taurus folks? What, or actually, we'll get to that first. We're going to ask, what is it that our Taurus folks need to know? And then we're going to get into what's your biggest blocks, Taurus, because that's the most helpful of all the readings. And these love readings that I do, we talk about what energies are available to you and what energies you can take advantage of and what energies to avoid. I'm not going to tell some flowery stories because that's not going to help you move forward and attract the love. Everything on this side is the energies that are coming for you that you want. This side is the energies you kind of don't want, but you keep on getting stuck in. And somewhere in here inside the read is how to bridge that, right? So first thing you're going to have is beware of codependency, right? This is the second time we've seen this in there. So Spirit's really telling you that this is a problem you've got to work on, right? Keep the door open. And why do we keep the door open? Because as we start to put boundaries on toxic behavior, I'll probably put it over here because it's really where it sits. As you start to heal, you're going to put boundaries up. But a lot of people go too far with boundaries and they close the door, they lock it, they put away the windows, they tape everything up, and you're never going to see an opportunity as it comes by. So you have to have a door that's accessible, but that still can be closed. And so you have to be really healthy around your boundaries. Spirit saying be present, right? Be in that present moment. And what does be present mean? It means only focus on the here and the now at this now moment. Next moment changes something, that's another moment. So always just be right where you are now. Stop thinking about past, stop thinking about the future, because those are what gives you anxiety, because you can't control either. The past already happened and the future hasn't happened. And pay attention to the red flags. Know the warning signs of what an unhealthy connection looks like. And that's why you have to have proper boundaries. And at the same point, that's why you're in that labyrinth, because you're getting yourself stuck because you're going after unhealthy things. But Spirit says that some of you have a potential to meet your twin flame, you know, in this future, this potential workplace romance. But you got to get past all this first, right? And how do we do that? First thing we do is we identify, what our blocks are. And so, well, that's good, Denise. You are a Taurus, so this you should pay attention to this. Let me know if this makes sense for you. All right. So, Spirit, what are the blocks that Taurus folks, collective Taurus? What is the blocks to love? Okay, so Spirit just slapped the three of them out right away, maybe four. Let's see what we got. Three. Generally, I try to do one or two, but it seems that you Taurus folk need a little bit more, right? You have many soulmates who would be great for you. There's not just one, right? And so this is a trap that a lot of people get stuck on. This person is my twin flame. This person, right? And as you attach yourself to a single possibility, that's what you're doing, is you're locking in. Because you're creating your own reality, so you're locking yourself in to only one result, and that one result may never come in because it may not be truly who you're meant to be with. And why? Because you're sitting inside of confusion and illusion over here, and you may be trying to lock into a karmic that's not really good for you. It's not what you truly want, but because you haven't healed, you're going to keep on repeating the cycle lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. And that's where we want to get out of. So you have to have the mindset of, yeah, this could be my person, but there's a whole many out there, and if this person doesn't come in right, well, somebody else will, and it will be much better. All right. The second block you guys have, you say you want a lover, but you're not all in. Take time to figure out what you want, right? And this is why. Because you don't know what you really want. You think you know what you want, but you really don't know what you really truly want, because what you're having is a trauma response many times where you're getting a trauma bond, that codependency, because whoever comes in and makes that connection, wow, you latch on like a leech. Why? Because you're so afraid of being alone. And so Spirit's saying, really dig deep and understand what you really want in a connection. Be open to what you want. And the last one, which is a tough one, right? Getting hurt. All love comes with the risk of losing it. Don't be afraid to floss. Take a chance, right? And just as what we said before, right? It's by closing your heart, by closing the door, by not being all in on love, and risking that, hey, this may not be the right one. And, but once they say no, and once you realize that it's not the right one, you have to have the strength to move on. And many of us don't, and that's okay, because it's a trauma response, and that's something that needs to be healed within. And that's why you need to have some self-love, be in the present moment, and just realize that that person can stay, lay, or pray. It doesn't really matter. What matters, is that you. And if they choose not to walk the path with you, that's great. You'll find somebody else, right? Ariana Grande says, thank you, next. And that's exactly what you want to do here. Thank you, next. So with that, let's get some advice from your higher self, the one that solved this problem already. So Spirit, and this is from your future higher self, how did you get to the place where we get that twin flame, that workplace romance, that soulmate, that balanced? And so your future higher self is giving you a couple cards here of advice, because like I say, we don't want to just know about how we're blocked. We got to also know how do we get from A to B, right? Because we're stuck in that labyrinth. How do we get out of it? And Spirit's saying your dreams are never farther than you can reach, right? And what does that mean? It means that reach your hand out and grab what you want and pull it in. You're creating your own destiny. And when you rise to the challenge, it meets you. And again, Spirit's saying, get into that mending of your heart, that self-love, get into that healing, understanding what your trigger is. And this is very possible. Your twin flame is very, very possible. It's right there. It's in the offing. So let's see, timing-wise, let's see what that timing could look like. And we're going to say could look like because this is something that is possibility, probability, but every decision point in the now moment can change when that comes in. So we're not going to ask for a fixed time, because it's never going to be fixed. And if you do, you're now attaching a condition to the outcome, which is what we don't want to do. So Spirit, what's the possibility? And well, Spirit, through this right now, went straight to the floor. And Spirit saying it's not too late. And that's telling you, that, hey, it's trying to get your attention because it went straight to the floor, which means it's happening in this now moment. And Spirit, you want to give us any other clues as to when that possibility is? And Spirit is saying, take a break, and it's worth waiting for. So Spirit's saying, take some time for yourself. And why are we taking a break? We're taking a break from being in that need. Oh my God, I need to have this love right now, right? And it's there. It's coming for you. However, you're going to have to take a little bit of a break and really work inside of yourself. And one more card fell out as I was putting some cards in. So when you least expect it, it's going to come, but it's worth waiting for. Spirit's not going to tell you when it's going to come in, or even a chance of when it's going to come. What Spirit's saying is work on yourself first. So with that, our Taurus folks, this is my reading for you for October. Let me know if it resonates. Please like, share, follow, and subscribe.